And good le morning, as they say in France. Quick thoughts about digital distribution trackability. Because it doesn't exist. Okay, it's a rant. My rants aren't rants, but this could be a rant because I could get really angry, especially talking about Spotify, because they're just, the devil. But okay. So, I talked to a film composer friend of mine. Let's call him Frank Mangiaponi. Okay? I don't know. Could be his name. You don't know. You don't know who I'm friends with. Well, you actually do. But let's assume Frank and his assistant Hugo co-wrote, arranged, produced, whatever, have a lot of stake in / points is percentages on songs, in some rather big numbers, some rather big ditties, some nice tuneskis, right? So let's say Frank co-wrote some of the biggest, I don't know, maybe Disney music or whatever that exists. Songs that on YouTube have 1.5 billion hits. Now, how much is that in money? Tough to say, right? We don't know what ads are placed in front of those 1.5 billion. What channel is it on? Is it even a channel where you can get payout? But let's say it's a channel that is owned by, operated by, or paid out by Disney. What ads are placed on there? That's a CPM, RPM, whatever. There's a number, there's an abbreviation for something. Some ads bring more money, some ads bring less money. Let's say because of this being very popular, the ads bring more money. 1.5 billion hits. Even if you get a very, very, very small percentage, very small, right? It could be $100,000, could be $900,000, it could be $50. Whatever it is, those dollars are owed from those views, right, on YouTube, are owed to the bunch of people involved. Maybe the singers got points, the arrangers got points, the writers got points, and so on, the lyricists got points, but they are owed that money. So, how do they track if they were paid that money? It's absolutely fucking impossible. So they could say, wait, we got 1.5 million hits there. Who gets paid the advertising money from YouTube for those 1.5 billion hits? That's a lot of ads watched, right? Well, that would go to whoever put it on YouTube, which is likely a third-party digital distribution company who probably take a cut. That then might go to Disney, but is that reporting correct? Who knows? Who knows? Who monitors what the CPM, RPM, like how many dollars each ad is paying out? Because that can change from day to day based on YouTube's algorithm. So there's absolutely no way to know. And it played on Apple, Spotify, how many, CD sales, that is somehow trackable. But the problem is that the digital distribution happens through digital distribution companies, like DistroKid, for example, is an easy one. DistroKid, you go there, I've worked with them before, and this is not sponsored by DistroKid. Is it? Anyone? Money? No. Thought maybe someone gives me $20. No. So it isn't. So you don't want to deal with Apple Music. You just want to get your music on all the streaming platforms. Then you go to DistroKid. You pay, I think, a yearly fee. And you just load your music on there. And they automatically put it on all the platforms. So the person that you have to ask, how much did I get played? And what's the financial outcome from that would be DistroKid. But are they getting the right reporting from the platforms? if you wanted to audit them, if you wanted to go and say, guys, I want to know if these numbers are right, you'd have to go to DistroKid. Are you going to audit DistroKid? No, whatever they report to you, that's the number you have to believe. Whatever they get reported to by Spotify, Apple, Amazon Music, YouTube Music, Tidal, blah, 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 all those. They'll have to believe those numbers, or they would have to go and audit them with lawyers and go in and look at the books, digital books. This is a huge breeding ground for dishonesty. It is so easy to change numbers. It is massively easy. I mean, it would be massively easy. I'm not saying they're doing it, but let's take the devil themselves, Spotify. Not saying they're doing it. Don't sue me. But it would be ultra easy to have a big artist, right? And it says 2 billion clicks, right? Big artist on their music overall. I don't know if that's a lot, but let's say 2 billion. It's probably more. And they actually got 4. So Spotify delivered those 4 billion, pumped it out, people listened to it. But in order to not pay out so much, they just say, for every 2 clicks, count up 1. That's a very, very, very easy math. It's just a ratio, 2 to 1 ratio, 1 to 2 ratio, something like that. It's like a click compressor. Would be very easy to do that. Not saying they are, but it would be. So that when the payout comes, artist looks at their yearly blah, 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 oh, we got 2 billion clicks. When in reality, they got 4. And they got the advertising for 4 billion. They got the listeners happy times 4 billion. But they're only paying out 2. How would we know? How in the world would we track that? Are you, as an artist, going to go and audit Spotify? Do you know how much money they have for lawyers? Do you know how quickly they can change that algorithm back? Do you know how absolutely untraceable it is? We are utterly under the thumb. We're utterly beholden to whatever they tell us. Now, YouTube tells me what I make every month, and that changes from, this to I don't know. I can tell you numbers. What do I make on YouTube? I don't care. I don't care if you know. What does it say? Dashboard. $1,500. Yeah, big time YouTube money. I mean, that's good money. Don't get me wrong. But I have 3,700 videos on YouTube. It says 1,500. 1,509. Oh, 1,505, 56 I just updated. Okay, so that's my monthly YouTube income. That can go up a bit, that can go down a bit. It's not a lot. But who's to tell me that that's actual clicks? It says based on 509,484 clicks. But that means nothing because a click isn't equal to so and so many cents. A click is, there are YouTube premium holders, don't know how much they pay out, how much I get from their premium. There are, higher paying ads, lower paying ads. I'll just have to believe those numbers. I have no idea if they're true or not. Whatever they pay me, I got to be happy with that. Whatever DistroKid pays me because Apple Music pays them, I have 0 music out there, 0. Actually, I have a lot of music out there, but that is with my label in the US, and I haven't been paid by my label a single cent for digital distribution rights in 18 years. And that's a lot of albums. It's not one album, it's a lot of albums. I haven't seen a single cent because the music is on all the streaming platforms, and yet I don't get a single cent. And if I went to my label and say, what? Then no trackability. There are no books that I could look at. At least I couldn't. I don't know about you guys, but when I talked to Frank and his assistant Hugo, and they have no idea if what they're getting paid for these huge movies, right? And the digital distribution of the music thereof, they have no idea if any of those numbers are true. They have no idea if there's even numbers. If they don't know, well, then I definitely don't know. Then I definitely don't have a way of tracking it. Are we all just getting massively ripped off? We have no idea. Back then you went to your record company and said, show me record sales. And there were actual books for record sales. Different tiers of record sales, I get that, but they existed. Now, none of that. Whatever we get paid, we gotta believe. When YouTube says this is how much I pay you, that's how much I guess I get, and I have to be happy about it. While Google CEOs, two of them, are sitting on 140 billion each. Personal wealth. Two people from Google, among the top 10 people in the world. Pretty sure some of that's mine. Pretty sure if you got a YouTube channel of any size, some of that's yours. Right? I don't know what I'm trying to say, but the thing is, the whole digital distribution thing is definitely not in the favor of the creator of the music, or video in this case, but when it's about music, unless I don't know of any rules of disclosure that these companies have to make, but I'm thinking it's just so utterly easy to fake the numbers, to pay out less. Where does the money even end up? I mean, my label doesn't even put the stuff on YouTube. They go to a digital distribution company. I couldn't even use my own music because I uploaded one of my songs in one of my videos, and the video got flagged for copyright infringement of my own music because that company didn't know who I am, which is something the label technically should have told them from the very beginning to whitelist my channel, which means I can use my own music. So someone clicks on a song of mine somewhere that then gets tracked, and there's, 0.000 whatever cent going to the company that does the digital distribution. They then pay out, they could fake it. They pay out the label who then could fake it. Whatever comes back to me, I just have to be happy. With my albums, absolutely zero in 18 years. It's not trackable. I have no means in terms of lawyers to go and track it. If Frank and Hugo don't have means to go and track it, then what? Does Taylor Swift have means to track it? She just believing the numbers? How does Taylor know that she's not getting screwed? Apart from the fact that she's getting a lot of money and might not care about $1 million here or $1 million there. I make $1,500 from YouTube a month. I care. Because my electricity bill is about $850. More $950 probably. So that's not covering my bills. It's covering the electric bill. Okay, we got that. Yay, there's other bills. So, it's not the glorious future we live in, I think. But I'm just an old guy yelling at clouds. What do I know? Go away now. Be happy that you don't distribute music digitally. And animals at the end.